Tinubu welcomes repatriation of $150 million Abacha loot by France. Benue State University Teaching Hospital destroys expired drugs and consumables worth 200 million naira. Woman accuses comedian of sexual assault on a film set. Welcome to DGTV Today's News Edition. Rest assured, our news is with no bias. Good day, my name is Tolulope Akimola. The news in detail. President Bola Tinubu yesterday in Abuja expressed his appreciation to France for the return of $150 million stolen from Nigeria by the former head of state, General Sani Abacha. President Tinubu's appreciation of the French government was contained in a statement issued by his special advisor on media and publicity, Ajuri Ingelale. In addition to the recovery of another tranche of Abacha loot, the president acknowledged the signing of a £100 million agreement between Nigeria and France to support the IDICE program, a federal government initiative to promote investment in information and communications technology known as ICT and creative arts industries. The agreement was signed by Dr. Bosun Tijani, the Minister of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, and the French Minister of Europe and Foreign Affairs at an earlier event at Tafawa Balewa House, the headquarters of the Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs. On to politics. A group, Northern Professionals Development Group, on Friday called on the governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal, to stop all forms of media attacks on President Bola Tinubu's administration and his Minister of State Defense, Bello Matawali. Matawali, the immediate past governor of the state, has been criticized by the current administration in the state on how he piloted the affairs of the state during his 4-year tenure as the governor. In another development, Rwanda President Paul Kagame on Thursday announced the lifting of visa restrictions for Africans planning to visit the country. He said this in Kigali when he pitched the potential of Africa as a unified tourism destination. He further stated that any interested African can board a plane to Rwanda at their convenient time without making any prior payment. For decades, several African leaders have entertained the idea of free movement in citizens across the continent, even going as far as advocating for a unified single African passport. Away from that, a Nigerian lady who rented a house for a homeless woman and her children gets angry when she spotted them sleeping on the road. According to King Michi, she saw the mother and her kids on the road and decided to help them 2 days later. She said she rented a house for them, bought a bed and gas cooker, gave her provisions and paid for power. However, barely 3 weeks later, she spotted the same woman and her children sleeping on the floor.
Why these children come and second sleep for ground? I did not them sleeping on the floor. Why? Madam, if there was they use the children, then the business where they do. I don't want to stop you. Why did you bring them upstairs? Why are they sleeping on the floor? Why did you run when you saw me? Why did you tell them to sleep on the floor this night? Why are they sleeping on the floor? I rent house for you. You carry your children, start to sleep for ground again. If I don't come there this night, I don't know say you see they come outside, they sleep for ground. What if they go there? Why are these children still sleeping on the floor? Because you saw my car, you tell me they stand up.
She said when the woman saw her car, she quickly told her kids to get up. When she asked the woman why they were sleeping outside, she claimed they were on their way home. Moving on, the management of Benue State University Teaching Hospital, Makodi, on Friday destroyed expired drugs and medical consumables worth 200 million naira. The hospital's chief medical director, Dr. Savin one day told newsmen during the exercise that the drugs were acquired by the hospital but left unused. He said that he discovered over 100 unclaimed corpses in the hospital's morgue and had written to the Commissioner of Police for permission on what he planned to do. Before we continue with our news on the foreign scene, stay tuned as we go for a short break. Welcome back to Daily TV. Remember, our news is with no bias. Thanks for staying tuned. On to the foreign scene. Russell Brand has been accused of sexually assaulting an extra on a film set in a civil lawsuit filed in the US. During filming for the rom-com Auto in July 2010, the comedian is alleged to have exposed himself to the anonymous woman before following her into a bathroom and sexually assaulting her. Brand is facing accusations of rape, sexual assault, and emotional abuse after reports in the British media. He denies the allegations and says his relationships were always consensual. Brand has yet to respond to the lawsuit, while the British police have said they are investigating some claims made against Brand, but the case, filed with the New York State Supreme Court on Friday, marks the first time any such accusations have been made in a lawsuit. In the world of sports, Nigerian heavyweight boxer Efe Ajagba will be keen to get revenge against Australian Joe Goodall in their main event on Saturday at Tahoe Blue Event Center in Lake Tahoe, Nevada, USA. Ajaba and Goodall fought as amateurs, with the Australian earning a decision in the semi-finals of the 2014 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland, where the Nigerian later won a bronze medal. Aside from renewing their rivalries, Ajagba also hopes to take a giant leap toward a title opportunity with a win against Goodall. Before we go, here are the main points. We told you that Tinubu welcomes repatriation of $150 million Abacha loot by France. Benue State University Teaching Hospital destroys expired drugs and consumables worth 200 million. Woman accuses comedian of sexual assault on a film set. Those were the news updates for last week. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to keep the hope alive, trust the process, and someday soon it will make sense. I am Tolulope Akimola. Do have a blissful week.